Yeah, hi. Good morning to everybody. Today, last we discussed about that connection related thing, right? Today onwards, we can discuss multi-threading. This is the chapter 9. Okay, this is the chapter 9, multi-threading. We can discuss about multi-threading. First of all, do you know what is the multitasking, single tasking? First of all, you can discuss about single tasking. A brief introduction we can discuss. Okay, single tasking, single task and multitask. Okay, multitask. What is the single task? What is the single task? What is the single task? The single task means the execution. It is executing one task at a time. It is executing one task. It is executing one task at a time. One task at a time, right? At a time. Okay. Single task, and here the how I can say here uh, much of the process time will be wasted here because only one task is executing at a time. That's the reason here time waste process is going on. Okay, time waste process is going on because of waiting time is very high and process gives the response late. Okay, because of waiting time is very high because of waiting time is very high very high and process gives response late. Okay? Process gives a response late. Did you got my check? Did you got my point? Here, what is the single tasking? Single tasking is nothing but it is executing one task at a time. Okay, one task at a time because of the waiting time is very high and process gives response very late. Okay, that is the reason. It is the single task is going on that it is the response of the time is very high. For example, what is the single tasking related thing? Like, do you know DOS OS? Is the DOS OS working on that like that only? Okay. This what will do? This DOS OS it will take that only one single task and it will execute the task. So here waiting time is very high and process gives the late response. Use the response very late. That's the reason here task is the example of that single task. Okay, single task. So the this above requirement is overcome. Above feature is overcome by using multitasking. Okay, by using multitasking, we can overcome above one. Okay, above feature you need to overcome. Here, what is the multitasking? Multitasking means executing multiple tasks at a time, at the same time simultaneously. Executing, executing, executing uh, multiple tasks, multi, multiple tasks. Okay, multiple uh, tasks at the same time. The simultaneously it will take. Okay, simultaneously one by one it will. A lot of, for example, we have the multiple threads. That's way multiple threads it can access at a time. For example, we have the 10 threads and the 10 threads it will process the threads as well. Okay, it will process the threads simultaneously. Simultaneously, it will executing multiple tasks at the same time at the same time simultaneously it will process. Okay, it will process. Okay, it will process. What is that? Multitasking. Multitasking is the tasking. It is the executing the multiple tasks at a same time. Simultaneously, it will process the threads. Here, here, what happened? Here, the process time is utilizing the proper manner and performance of that application by reducing the waiting time, and process gives faster response. Above, here processor gives late response because that has a waiting time is very high. Here the waiting time is very low and the process gives the faster response. Okay, faster response. That's the reason multi-threading comes in the picture. Okay. Here the example of the multi-threading. What is that? What is the OS name? You can name it out. Yeah, Windows OS. And yeah, Windows OS basically. Here that for example, student can listen and student can write at a time. Okay, that's also multitasking, right? That's also multitasking. And multitasking, how we can implement here? Multitasking we can implement two ways. Multitasking we can implement two ways. Okay, multitasking two ways we can implement them. Process based multitasking. First one, process based multitasking. Based multitasking. Process based multitasking. And another thing, thread based multitasking. Thread based. Okay, multitasking. Here there are two ways we can implement them. That multitasking related thing, two ways we can implement. One is the process based multitasking, and another is the thread based multitasking. What is that process based multitasking? What is the process based multitasking? Uh, yes. So process-based multitasking means executing multiple tasks at the same time simultaneously, where task is independently, other tasks having the separate memory and the resource. Okay, that other tasks also have the separate memory and resource. Okay, what is that? Process-based multitasking. It is executing multiple tasks. Okay, it is executing multiple tasks. Executing multiple tasks, and and at the same time, uh, multiple tasks at the same time simultaneously. Okay, at the same time simultaneously simultaneously what will happen? Where each task independent of other task having separate memory and resources. This having separate memory and resources. Okay, memory and resources. Okay, separate memory and resources. For example, process-based multitasking is one of the operating system approach as well. Okay, and like Java program, Java program also is executing the Java program. Also is the one of the example Java program, and download songs, whatever it is. Download songs and listening music. Okay, listening music and yeah, copy software as well. So these are the process-based multitasking. It will maintain the separate memory, right? This whatever it is, download songs, it will maintain separate memory. Listening music, or downloaded thing, it will separate. Downloaded music, it will separate memory. It will occupy. Copy software. These things is the example of the process-based multitasking. Okay, what is the thread-based multitasking? Thread-based multitasking, it is the executing of different part of the same program at the same time simultaneously, where each task is independent, sometimes are dependent as well. Okay, each task is independent and sometimes are dependent as well, which are having common memory and resources. Here, separate memory and resources above, but here common memory and resources. Common memory and resources. Resources, right? It is common memory and shared memory. I can call shared memory and resources. Okay. Thread-based multitasking, what will have, that is the executing multiple tasks. Okay, multiple tasks means the executing the different part of the same program. Okay, and at the same time simultaneously, where the each task is independent or sometimes it's dependent as well, and which are having common resources and common memory and common resources, or shared memory and uh, shared resources as well. Okay, thread-based multitasking is a programming approach. I can call programming approach, and each different of the program is called thread. Okay, each uh, different of program is called thread. Example, 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 like games. This is the one of the program, right? And web-based applications, web-based apps. These are the multi. Uh, it is the thread-based multitasking. Okay. Here, what is the thread and what is the process? What is the thread and what is the process? Here, Abodhan, what is the thread and what is the process? Process. What, first of all, I need to know the process. The process is a program executed often referred as a process. Often referred as a process. Did you understand? A program execution is often referred as a process. Okay? A program execution is a program execution is often referred as a program. Sorry, referred as a process. Okay? Did you understand? What is the process? The process is a program execution is often referred as a process. Okay? What is the thread? What is the thread? Thread. What is the thread? Thread is nothing but it is a subset or sub process of the process. Okay, subset or sub process of the process. Or a thread is a flow of execution for every thread separate or independently subtask. Okay, thread is a subset. Thread is a thread is a subset. Thread is a subset or subprocess. Subprocess. Okay, subprocess. Yeah, subprocess. That's other one. In here, can I explain here as well in the paints? This is the process, and this is the multi-threading. For example, this is the process and this is the multi-threading. In the process, it will communicate each other in different process as well. Okay, it will communicate each other different process as well. But in the multi-threading, inside they have sub part. This is the inside the multi-threading. Okay, this also process. This also process. This is the process one P1 and here P2. For example, P2. Okay, this is the P3. 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 Here process one and process two and P3. This also they have it is threads like this, okay, like this, like this, and like this. Here, this thread communication between process to process very high. Communication between process to process very high because this thread is storing separate memory. Okay, they don't have any sharing. Okay, they don't have any sharing and they don't have any resources for process. But the multi-threading, whatever is internally small spots is there, right? This is the multi-threading. This multi-threading, this one M1, for example, M1, not M1, M3, M3, like M3, and this is M2, for example, M2, and this is the M1. Here, whatever it is internal, the internal of the circle is process, it is the multi-threading, and outer side is the it is the process. Process is the it will communication between the process to process very high, but that the communication between thread to thread very low because the multiple one process has multiple threads. Okay, multiple threads. And here, multi-threading are threads. These threads is communicating each other, and they have the resource that is common. Okay, that resource is common is there, right? The resource is common. M3 and M3 like is the resource is common. Faster way it can communicate each other. Okay, but is the communication between here to here very low, here to here very low. Did you get understand? Did you understand? Here to here low, very low. Because they have a separate memory and this also separate memory and this also separate memory. That's the reason. That is the reason. Very low. Okay. Yes. Yeah. That's all about it. The process and multi-threading. Okay. I want to know. Explain of that. I want to know. Explain. I want to know. Write one program as well. Okay. This one, I think. Yes, this one. Multi-threading related thing. I want to write one program as well. Like whatever it is, thread demo. Thread demo. So now it's starting. Main memory. Okay. And here I'm writing thread whatever it is, CT equal to thread dot Did you understand? Is something getting threaded out current thread. There is no not getting any TH. Sorry, threaded out current thread. This one. Okay, this one. And for example, I am printing here for CT. I am printing CT. Okay. I want to know what happening inside it. It is a main thread. It is a main thread. Okay. This is the main thread. It is showing inside. But I want to know the name of the thread as well. Like it's out tt dot name get name. Okay. And also I need to know like like priority as well. Get priority. tt dot get priority. Okay. And also thread group as well. Okay. I want to know all the things. tt dot thread group. Okay. Yeah. Now I want to clearly run this program. Let me check what will happen. Yes, is the whatever I printed here. Here printing. Okay, main thread. Okay, main thread, and it is a get name means it is a main thread. Okay, and get priority. Priority is the file. Okay, it has a file. Okay, and the get thread group. Here is the thread group. Java.lang thread group, and name is the main, and maximum priority is 10. Okay, default priority it is taking. Okay, it is a default priority it will take. Did you understand? Some of the interviewer will ask the thread. Do you know multi-threading and what is the default thread of the multi-threading? You can say the default is the 10. Okay, default is the 10 threads it will create. Okay. Yes, that's that's all about it today. I think. Also, I want to know here. Okay. Oh, yeah. Multi-threading life cycle. Okay, this is the one of the most topic, one of the very important topic. Multi-threading life cycle. Life cycle. What is that? Multi-threading life cycle. Initially new. Initially they has a new. And then runnable. Runnable and running and waiting and terminate. Terminate. Because these are the steps involved multi-threading life cycle. These are the steps to involve the multi-threading life cycle. Here, right? Here, initially, I want to graphically here. Why it is showing like this? I want to hide, not hiding one. I don't know. Here, initially thread has a new. Initially thread has a new. Here, initially thread has a new. Okay, and then new is going to the next what? A runnable. Runnable. New is going to the runnable. Okay. New is going to the runnable. Here. runnable. Okay, it is connecting. This is the runnable. This is the runnable, and here runnable is communicating with running and waiting. Some of the say this is the running, this is the waiting, this is the running and waiting. Okay, this is the running, and this is the uh, blocking, or waiting. Okay, this is terminated. This one terminated. This one, what is that? Terminated. Terminated. Okay. Here, basically, thread comes, thread comes, thread comes. It is thread comes. It is a new, and new is connecting. New. This thread is beginning in the life cycle is the new state. Okay, in the beginning state is the new state, and it remains the state is until the start method is called. Okay, it is whenever it is waiting for start when it is start method is calling. Okay, and then it will moving to the next runnable. But after that invocation of the start method into runnable method, okay, method in the new thread, the thread becomes the runnable. Okay, this is the start method. Is invocation. This whatever it is start method. This is the start method. Okay, this is the start method. Like start. Start is invoked into new, and new is invoked into runnable. Okay, this runnable is starting. Okay, and the runnable is starting. The thread is running state if the thread scheduler has selected here. The thread scheduler will what will doing here? What will doing here? Here, what will happen? Scheduler, whenever it is scheduler the selected, then it will going to the running state as well. Okay, running state as well. And the thread is waiting if a state if it is waits for the another thread to perform the task. Okay, in this state the thread is still alive in this state. Okay, the state is still alive, and and some of the waiting purpose it can waited from it is waited to the this one it waited for the blockage. Okay, not this one. This one is waiting for the some blockage as well. Okay, this one waiting, and this is connected to the blocking. Okay, it is just connected to the blocking as well. Okay, did you get understand? Did you understand? Did you understand? Here, some invocation method is happening, or some of the method I can say it is the eld method, whatever it is, eld method is invoked. Okay, that eld method invoked means it will connecting one to other. Okay, it is connecting one to other as well. Here like this. Okay, like this, and here this is the not this one eld method. This is the eld method. Okay, and this one dispatch the thread as well. Okay, here dispatch the thread. Okay, this is the dispatch. Okay, dispatch, and the runnable is resuming sometime. Okay, resume sometime. Sometimes the thread is resume. Running state. This running state is the it will allow the sleep method. Okay, sleep method, and it will sometimes it will allow to sleep, and it will allow to sleep, and it will connecting with it blocking. Oh, sorry, it is the wrong thing, right? I write wrong. I wrote something wrong. Not blocking, right? Blocking. Okay, blocking or blocked here. Okay, here blocked, and blocked is resume some of the runnable, and will life cycle, it will happen inside between these things, inside between these things. Okay, this inside between, it will happen like that only. Okay, and then the thread is invoked to the thread is invoked running to the terminated stage, running to the terminated stage. How it is, thread is completed. It is thread is completed. Thread thread completed. Okay, completed means completed means what? Completed means the thread is destroyed. Thread is destroyed. Okay, these are the life cycle of the multitasking. It is a thread life cycle. Okay, this is the thread life cycle. I want to say what is the thread priority, and what is the end, and what is the dispatch, and what is the sleep. Okay, what is the start, and these things I will explain the later on class, and how we can create the thread. All of things we can discuss in the later on class. So today I want to close. Okay, today I want to close. If you have any doubts in the multi-threading, and what is the process, and what is the thread, and what is the life cycle of the multi-threading, and what will happen inside that memory regarding that process, and regarding that threading related thing, if you have any doubts, you can comment it out on that YouTube. I will give you the response as well. Okay. Okay, before that, please subscribe my channel, and if you like my content, you can share, and you can like, and you can press on the bell icon. When I updated a YouTube channel, you will get that notification as well. Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye.